How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to 10 unnecessary features that are found on luxury cars. Now, we all know that luxury cars have some amazing features in them to make sure that you, the passenger or driver, are living in a level of comfort above and beyond what the average car can offer you. But all 10 of these features are genuinely ridiculous. I'm talking above and beyond. I'm talking up here somewhere. Let me know in the comments down below which of the 10 you would love to have on your car. Maybe I'll even try and put them into my VW Polo. I'll see if I can make one of them happen in my own car. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So generally, manufacturers have tried to make their cars from lighter materials to fit tightening regulations over emissions, safety and all that good stuff. Carbon fibre, aluminium, plastic, wood, I'm talking those kinds of materials. But what if you just can't hack these lightweight, boring materials? What if you want your car to look like a kitchen countertop? The team at Mercedes Designo Function, which is their specialist division that helps customers to have particularly unique materials in their car, will sort you out, as among their many trim options, Granite was made available. It's only 1mm thick, so it's actually not that heavy, and the craftsmanship that goes into getting this into a car is incredible. But as it costs in excess of $2.5 grand to have it implemented, I might just stick to something a little bit more basic personally. By the way, I hadn't checked out Designo before, and they do some really cool stuff, so well worth checking out for your own interest. Sticking with the Mercedes theme, the S550 Coupe, as well as a few other big German cars like the BMW 7 Series, offer a luxury alternative to your average £1 tree air fresheners, an inbuilt automatic scent diffuser which puffs out a whiff of your choice through the climate control vents. In the S550 you can decide how often and how much of the scent is diffused into the cabin depending on your preferences too. So maybe if you have a particularly smelly passenger or a wet dog, or both, you can up it and drive in nasal comfort. Not gonna lie though, the previous owner of my MX-5 bought a car sense disc, and here I am more than a year later and the car still smells of unfiltered cherry every time I get into it. So this auto scent thing seems a bit much. As you probably know by either my accent or the fact that I mention it in pretty much every video, I'm from the UK, and here in the UK it likes to rain often and a lot. Apparently on an average year it rains on around 150 days in that year. Pretty wet stuff. That's why the German-owned British manufacturer Rolls-Royce is particularly proud of its umbrella offering, which is often found hidden within the door cards of their cars. Simply get your chauffeur to open the door, grab the umbrella out of the end, and take you from car to location with no rain touching your wealthiness. They come in a colour tone of your choice with polished handles that match the colour you've chosen and an RR inscription on the end. Very classy, but very expensive considering they're generally attached to cars worth well over £250,000. If you can't afford to buy a Rolls-Royce, you can still go for the umbrellas, as some originals are resold on eBay, listed for anywhere between £400 and £700 depending on condition. Pretty crazy stuff. This one's a tad more general. If you really want the ultimate chill experience in the back seat of a car, why not get one with reclining seats? Maybach are renowned for these, which kinda look like super comfy living room recliners you'd expect to see in your grandparents' house or something like that. The Maybach S600 Pullman, for example, literally looks like it has a longer rear end than the entire of a VW Up's cabin space, which enables this additional legroom. But the car that really confused people was the Audi A8 long wheelbase with its optional jump seats that many have referred to as what you can currently see on screen. I'll let your imagination do the rest. I personally didn't really go down that route. I thought they would make for great extra seats for someone to shine your shoes while you crack on with being rich. Now this one is genuinely just a waste of money in my opinion, but it's so ridiculous that I had to include it. Bentley offered an infotainment add-on package which gave the cars two in-headset displays for the rear seats, two iPads or Android tablets depending on which version you chose, and a 12-inch drop-down screen in order to make the car more engaging for passengers and easier to manage via some cool tech. Now this all sounds fine and isn't too dissimilar to many other cars that have ultra techy infotainment systems. The difference is this one cost $32,000 or £25,000. Now that has to be some very expensive software because two iPads and three extra screens are not worth that kind of money. And to check on the depreciation, I looked up a flying spur from 2014 with the infotainment system spec'd. Adjusting for inflation, it was £170,000 when new, now selling for £48,000. That means the infotainment system spec to the car was worth more than half the price of the car today. If you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to hit subscribe. I post twice every week so that you guys get loads of car content. And also hit the like button as it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and follow me on Instagram at carswithjb. Let's get back to it. You're probably already aware of this one, but I wanted to share it anyway because it really is the epitome of unnecessary features on luxury cars. The Rolls-Royce Starlight is pretty much expected at this point, as it was first released in 2007. Every constellation put on a headliner is completely unique to the owner of the car and takes 2 Rolls-Royce craftspeople approximately 9 hours for a templated pattern, or 17 hours of graft, and 1,340 lights if the owner wants a specific night sky, maybe the night sky of their birthday or something like that. But you don't even have to have a night sky. For example, one owner asked for the shape of their coat of arms, because you know, we all have one of those. That's a pretty big flex for sure. So you have a nice hot cup of tea or coffee that you grabbed on your way to a friend's house, but you get stuck in traffic whilst driving down there. You get to your destination, go for a sip, and it's lukewarm or cold, leaving you frustrated and parched. Not in a Maybach, as the GLS 600 comes with temperature controlled cup holders. So if you have a hot drink, smash up the temperature in the cup holder and your drink will be kept warm, and similarly if you want a nice cool and refreshing drink on a hot summer's day, turn the temperature down and keep your drink frosty. I mean, they've basically found a solution for a problem that no one was even talking about, and if that isn't luxury, then I don't know what is. The BMW 7 Series has a feature named the Gentleman function, and no, it doesn't suddenly give you a top hat and monocle, nor does it give you a butler named Jeeves. Instead, if this feature was implemented today, it would likely be called the simp function, as it enables the driver, which it obviously expects to be male given the name of the function, to adjust their female passenger's seat from the center control stack. There is a reason for the somewhat chauvinistic naming convention though. It's actually more for passengers in the rear of the car rather than the front. It enables the driver, who could be a chauffeur, to move the passenger seat forwards and backwards to give greater access to the rear seats. So you're being a gentleman's chauffeur rather than assuming your passenger is incapable of adjusting their own seat. That said, if I had this function in my car, my girlfriend would get very annoyed at me, because imagine the havoc you could cause. Many luxury cars come with mini fridges and some come with beverage containers, but the best of the best Rolls-Royces come with specific cooled drink cabinets and the relevant drink vessels. For example, the Cullinan comes with whiskey glasses, a whiskey bottle, a decanter, and champagne flutes, all in the rear center console section. So if you want to keep your Dom P chilled and sip on some Hennessy in the meantime, you're well within your right to do so in the back of one of these. This is nothing new though, as some old Cadillacs had bars built into their dashboards. It brings a whole new meaning to drinking and driving. Rolls also more recently offered an addition to this, which is the champagne chest, made of carbon fibre. You can fit it into the boot nice and easily and carry your champagne and flutes away for a picnic. But you wouldn't need to go far from your Cullinan in order to have that picnic, as it has what Rolls-Royce have called the viewing suite, which opens out of the boot at the touch of a button, exposing 2 seats sociably angled beside a cocktail table, all finished in leather. Rolls-Royce literally use a bottle of Dom Perignon in the advert for this. It's carnage. So no longer will you need to bring a blanket for a picnic, just sit on the back of your £264,000 4x4 and laugh at your own wealth. I'm actually not a fan of how the Cullinan looks, but when it has features like this, I do have to put some respect on its name. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. Massive thank you to the patrons for all their support, and to you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Listen.